Zoe, I'm going to do some little chicken bites and chicken breast. I'm going to cut it into little strips. I'm going to crumb it in something very, very different. Normally we would use breadcrumbs or panko crumbs or, you know, something very different or macadamia nuts. But what I've got here are some rice crackers.
Interesting.
And the thing I find nowadays, I mean, I've got a restaurant and we're very busy. Every now and again, someone will come in and want something gluten-free, and if it's crumbed, you can't use breadcrumbs, but you can use rice crackers. You just blitz them up nice and fine.
Interesting.
But I like to add some flavour to it, so I've got some nori sheets and some Japanese seasoning. So what I'll get you to do, Zoe, is open that up, and with the nori, just cut it into small pieces and chuck it in the Maggi mix.
I love nori. It's full of iodine, so good for someone who has an underactive thyroid.
You know what? It's also good just to nibble on. I'll grab a few sheets, pull it apart and have a little nibble on them. And they're great.
Nibbler.
I do like nori. It's got a great flavour to it. Now, what I'm going to do with the chicken is to cut it on an angle like this. I've taken the skin off already. It helps it to cook nice and quickly. There we go. And then it's sort of like a more of a snacky thing, which is what today's episode is all about, snacky things that are easy to eat. Now, the Maggi mix over there, I want you to tear them up and throw them in. And I've got the rice crackers here. What I'm going to do is open this packet up for you. And what I'll do is I'll pull them out as little piles like this. There's so many recipes that involve using biscuits and the famous brands of biscuits that we like to use, using them in sweets. And so in that goes. Now, what I'll do now is pass you some sesame seeds. In they go. And also some of this Japanese seasoning. You can buy it in most Oriental stores. What the idea of this is, you sprinkle it on your rice, gives your rice some flavour. Pop that in there to flavour it up. On goes the lid. And in a minute or so, this will be a nice fine paste, and we'll continue on and crumb this chicken. OK, pop that out, Zoe. Just take the blade out. I always remove the blade because it's really sharp, and the last thing you want to do is cut yourself. And I'll put the crumbs in here. Have a look at them. It looks great, doesn't it?
It's really great, and the colour's fantastic.
I love that.
I want to taste a little bit of this crumb.
It tastes great. It's like something, it's like a fast food, isn't it? Yeah, something you might send away to the the kids.
It's really interesting because it's got that lovely sort of earthiness that you get from the nori, and then the crunchy, you know, sort of crackery flavour from the rice crackers. I like this.
Crackery flavour, I like that. Now,
technical term.
What I've done here is I've poured about half a cup of yoghurt in here. Normally, if I'm crumbing something, I'd use flour and milk and eggs, but I'm going to do something a bit different. I'm just using some yoghurt. And then I pop it on there. So what I'll get you to do, Zoe, is just to crumb it with your hands like that, and then pick it up and then pop it onto the tray, just like that. So I'll put them on there. It's great sort of teamwork.
I'm really impressed with this recipe. It's, you know, it's very different, and it's using different ingredients.
Well, most of these things you've got in your pantry. You know, maybe not nori sheets. You might have something different in there, but the crackers at least you've got in your pantry. And yoghurt, everyone's got yoghurt, and it's not hard to get yoghurt. So all you do is grab a few of these, throw them into the crumbs, and then line them on the tray. And in a couple of minutes, we'll have these into the oven. While my chicken's cooking in the oven, I thought I'd make a quick little dipping sauce. It's really easy to make. I've got some chilli here, some spring onion, some fresh coriander, some sesame seeds, black vinegar, sesame oil, which is really important. It's got great flavour to it. And, of course, some soy sauce. Now, with the chilli, what I'm going to do is take the cap off it and slice it down the middle. And with my knife, what I'm going to do is cut the chilli into little strips. What I want is a tiny little dice of chilli that goes all the way through my dressing. And then I'll cut what we call a brunoise, which is like a little tiny dice. It's a technical thing, but it makes it look really, really nice. And you can take a chilli, instead of just slicing it into rounds, you can actually cut it up into a small, tiny dice like this that goes all the way through the dressing and makes it nice and tasty. Look at that. It looks great, just like that. Now, what I do is I put that into the bowl to start with. Now, my spring onion here, what I'm going to do is cut it really fine on the angle, really thin all the way through this. The dressing's going to be quite dark, so what you need are some colours to lighten it up. I'll put the spring onion in there, and with the coriander, I'll just chop it all the way through here like this and leave it quite rough. That goes straight into the dressing like that. Now, as I said before, some sesame seed is great, about a tablespoon of sesame seed straight in there. Now, here's the liquid. I like to add the black vinegar. I think it's got a great flavour to it, and I love the colour as well. And vinegar gives it a tang. You could use lemon juice or lime, whatever you want to do, but I reckon black vinegar gives it a great flavour. A bit of sesame oil in there, about 1/4 teaspoon, and of course, I'm going to add some black soy sauce to it. There we go. Pop that in there like that. Now, all I need to do is give it a little bit of a stir like that. and let it sit there for about 5 minutes so all the flavours come together. Let me have a taste of that. Spicy, tang, got all the flavours I want in there. I can't wait to dip my chicken into this. There we go. Pop a couple of these onto the plate here like this.
I'm really interested to try these.
Have a taste. It's almost like it's a real snack food, this one.
I want to taste it first of all without the dipping sauce.
It's like a packet of chips with some chicken in it. There we go.
It's really interesting. You can really taste the nori in it, which I love, and you can really taste the rice crackers.
Dip it in the sauce. Wait till you try that.
Oh, I love that sauce.
That's great. It's a great snack, and I think we've done 3 great snacks, a couple of sweet ones. I'll tell you what, Zoe, after today's episode, if your friends come over and you can't put something together that's delicious and tasty, well then, maybe you should be doing something else.